Are we? Hey, camera, are we working? What's going on? What's hmm. 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 Um yeah. It's not just me, right? This is like there's nothing coming through. It's just black. I did survive the con. Can you see anything? Is this just an issue on my end? Because I can't see anything. You can see. Okay. My window is just being silly, I guess. Well, that's good. Okay. Yeah, sure. All right. I guess I'll I guess I'll just hope that it fixes itself. Cuz on my end it's literally just black. I don't know I don't know why. Okay. I will try to stay in frame. Holler at me if I get out of frame because literally I can't see anything. Um I might have to pull this up like on my phone so I can keep an eye on what I'm doing cuz this is very silly. Why can't I see anything? Okay. All right. I don't think that's going to let me do that. All right. So, hello. We are going to continue working on this cover for volume 4 of Age of Night. Last time I started with a blank page and then we have everything kind of roughed in. We've got 3 figures pretty much done. Yeah. Now I'm going to try to continue to work on this and hopefully stay in frame because my video is not working on my end. It's very strange. So, all right, we have Constance, we have Thel, we have Wens. Now we've got Kamaria hanging out down here, and I did survive the con. I had a great time at PAX East this past weekend. It was very busy. They had sold out several of the days. Hey, Hungry, and hey, someone saying, thank you guys for joining me. What is happening with this hand? What is this? Yeah, I was there working at the Free League booth as usual. Which is always a good time. Was a very busy weekend. Had let's see, one night we had dinner with Connor of Gemhammer and Sons Gaming, and one night we had dinner with the Alchemy virtual tabletop crew. That was very fun. They were very fun. And then one night we had dinner with the Monomyth crew. So that was good. It was nice to get to actually like socialize with people. And like I've known Connor for a long time, but we always see each other at conventions and it's like we should hang out. We should get dinner. And then it doesn't happen because we're always all very busy. So it was nice to actually get to do that. And since PAX East is just down in Boston, I actually saw and ran into a number of people from my home convention scene, which was kind of fun. Several of my SnowCon friends were there. Okay, where is the rest of Kamaria? What is happening? Where is the rest of you, ma'am? All right, we've got the cape coming down here. Okay. Okay. I have Kamaria mostly roughed in at this point. So we're going to try to tighten this up a little bit. What did everybody else do this past weekend? I know that this past weekend was also some other big conventions. Adepticon was this past weekend. Did anybody go to that or follow the news from there? I have not actually caught up on anything that happened there yet. Did anyone else go to PAX East or any other cool local events? Or just do anything at all? Oh, that was interesting over the weekend.
We got 18 inches of snow.
Yeah, you got 18 inches of snow here at home. You got 18 inches of snow at home while I was away. I kept getting pictures of it and just being like, sucks. Have fun. Oh, nice. Comic page for a group draw thing. That's really cool. Also, yard work. Would be nice to be able to do yard work right now. But yeah, we went from having no snow when I left to there is now 18 inches of snow outside. It snowed a whole bunch while I was gone. And it'll probably mostly melt over the course of this week and definitely by next week, but still, it's just all of a sudden, oh my gosh, snow again. And it was not snowing in Boston, but it was rainy and windy and cold the whole time, which, the majority of the time I'm inside in a convention center, so it's fine. I don't really care what the weather is doing outside. But there was one night we were trying to walk to dinner and I was freezing. Because the wind was blowing so hard, where it looked like you were doing the mime walking into the wind nonsense. It was just miserable. And then one night was not bad at all. It's yeah, it's kind of chilly, but it's not windy. Oh, this isn't bad. And then the following night, we went to walk to dinner again, and it was raining and 38 degrees, and the wind was whipping, and we all showed up to dinner looking like drowned rats. like it was awful. But at least it wasn't snow. Although honestly, walking to dinner in the snow would have been more pleasant than walking in the pouring rain and blowing wind. Because that was real bad. I'm like, everyone else was wearing sneakers, and so their feet were all soaked, and I was just like, I'm very thankful that I am always wearing boots because this would have been that was all I was already like very damp and uncomfortable, but I'm like, but at least I have dry toes. At least my feet are relatively warm and completely dry. What in the tangent is going on here? Okay, we're gonna fix that just a little bit so it's not doing that. PAX East was yeah, exactly. PAX East was very busy and I had a very good time. Always have a good time hanging out with everybody, getting to meet people and talk about games. I don't typically get to like spend a lot of time walking around the convention and looking at things, which is fine. I mean, I'm sure that plenty of stuff in PAX East would be cool to look at, but it is a lot more video game focused, and I'm not much of a video game person. However, okay, so I did buy like one cool thing when I was at the convention. So I happened to be just kind of walking around during my lunch break, and I noticed that there was a booth that was selling like some kind of like little controller accessories, like accessories for your various console controllers, right? Including like little covers for the different buttons and things. And I was like, "Oh, that reminded me that my children have destroyed the coverings on like the rubberized coverings on the joysticks on the Switch controller." And so I was like, "Oh, I should like that was I didn't think of it until like after I walked by them, but I was like, "Oh yeah, I could like I should see if they have any like replacement coverings for those because it's actually like gotten to the point where it is very unpleasant to use the Switch controller because you've got like plastic bits jabbing into your thumb while you're trying to use them. And so I do not like using it when we're all playing games together as a family. Um, and so I was like, oh yeah, I'll stop by and check those out. And so toward the end of the convention, I went and checked them out. And then I found out that it wasn't just that they were selling um, the covers, it was actually like a whole accessibility system where they sold the little covers, but the little covers had rare earth magnets in them. And then they sold these little like sleeves for you to put. They're all made of like silicone, the covers and the little sleeves. They're all made of silicone, and you put the little sleeves on your thumbs. And in the covers and in the sleeves on your thumbs, there are rare earth magnets. So you can then use the joysticks with almost no pressure whatsoever. And I was like, "Oh, wait a second. That is pretty cool," because I actually don't play for very long when I'm playing with the kids because it starts to hurt my hands after a while because I spend all my time drawing. Um, and so I was like, "Oh, wait, this might mean that I can actually get through like more than one freaking Mario Kart race without suffering." Yeah, I'm really excited to try it out. I haven't gotten to, like, actually test run it yet because I just got home yesterday and have been, you know, doing all the catching up on life stuff since, but yeah, I was pretty excited about that, and they have, like I got, like, the full set of them, and it comes with a bunch of other little bits so that, like, if you have, like, larger hands where trying to use a controller, uh, makes you, like, have to pinch too much, and control, which can be very strenuous on your hands, is that you can like stack the little covers so that it'll like extend the joysticks up. So you can like control them at a more comfortable grip instead of having to pinch quite so much. So yeah, it's a pretty impressive little system. Uh, I am excited to try it out. And even if the whole like magnetized sleeve thingy doesn't end up working super well for me, at least I still got covers for the ragged joysticks. So there's that. It still will at least have served the primary function that I intended to buy it for in the first place. Hey, Night Phoenix Press, you still made it though. You're here. You're here. You're good. So yeah, I'll have to try them out and let you all know how that worked. The name of the company is MagCon, I think. MAGCON, like magnetic controller. Get it? MagCon. If you want to look them up. So. Okay, I accidentally got some of the blue on here, which I do not want because the reason I'm doing this in gray pencil is because this is going to be colored pencil. So I don't want it to be all, I don't want to get weird blue smudgies on it. All right, now we're going to get some cat action in here. Sounds cool. I mostly only play games on my PC now. I tend to stick to my keyboard and mouse. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the composition. Yeah, I actually kind of generally have a rule against doing games on my computer because I generally do work on my computer, and it's distracting enough that the internet lives on it. Okay. Like, I have a hard enough time remaining on task with the fact that the internet also lives on my computer. If games also lived on my computer, I would never get anything done. Okay, your eye is looking a little bit funny there, my dude. I really do digital art now, so I get the whole hazards of other distractions on there. Yeah, it is bad. It is bad just having the internet there because then I'm like, oh, well, I went to look something up and then I got distracted, like something for work. I went to look up something for work, specifically trying to be productive. like an image reference or something, and then like 20 minutes goes by and I'm like, damn it, I started scrolling social media or watching YouTube again. I'm like, it's just too dangerous. All right. Drake, what is with your face? Why does it look like that? That's better. Ish. Hey, it's Dirigo. Figured you'd be recovering from PAX. Oh, Doug is very tuckered. Doug has not been home for like 2 months. That poor man, we were like wheeling him through PAX because he was so exhausted. He's finally home now, but like he had been on the road for various events back to back to back to back for like almost 2 solid months. And so, big surprise, by PAX East, he was like just completely cooked. And he was still putting up a valiant effort to try to like muscle through, but it's just like, sir, this is too much. This is too much for any human to be able to endure. Like, you need to rest. Although my plan yesterday, like I took a fairly early train home and then I had to drive for like another longer than 3 hours because I had to make a detour to like go to the pharmacy on my way home because of course like this is just how life is. And so then by the time I did get home, it was like late afternoon, and I was like, aha, my plan for the rest of this day is to lie on this couch and do pretty much nothing. I did not unpack. I did not try to immediately start catching up on housework or work or anything. I was just like, I shall now lie on this couch. Best decision. Decision I made. Just
Welcome.
just lie on couch. Yes, thank you for helping facilitate that, dear. But I was just like, no, I am exhausted. I'm going to lie here before I become completely useless. And then today I've been doing a lot of like playing catch up. Ugh. Okay. So now we have all these characters here. I still need to put in a seam and do the background. So we're going to try to get his form figured out somewhat here. And he's like perched on the roof of this little guardhouse. So we're going to have to be a little bit more clear about where that roof line is. It's more of my guidelines I can clean up here. Like this at the bottom, which was the hey, don't. Oh no, that's part of Wen's robes. There we go. Of like the hey, don't put anything important past this line, but we've pretty much done that part, so I can just kind of clean some of that up. Why are you getting all wonky there, line? We ended up with about 18 inches up here. How much snow did you get down in your neck of the woods there, Dirigo? What is happening with your arm here, sir? I don't like it. I gotta figure that out. Oh yeah, I do also need to he's got his staff. All right, if his hand is like back here, then the staff needs to be like such. All right. Some of this gooiness is going to get covered by some of what he is wearing. So there's that. I do need to fix that arm though. I don't know what's happening there. He's got his little like shrug. 'cause he's wearing the Chiefs regalia now, which is a little bit different than what he was wearing previously in the story. Okay. I need to figure out what's going on with this arm. It's looking very silly. Stop leaving little blue smudgies, Eraser. What are you doing? I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. This is the kind of thing that it's like, I don't even know how I would like put in a good search term for what I want this to be. So this is where I usually just end up taking my own reference because I can't figure out a good way to make this work. So now I'm going to awkwardly try to make some kind of I also don't have the bulky arms that Asim does, which does not help. No, we got 18 inches. So much. So much. We got so much, Jericho. Oh, and of course I took the picture of the wrong arm because the selfie cam flips it. All right, let's see if I can figure this out. I can't do it. I can't do it. You only got 6, and then it turned to freezing rain, and you lost power for 19 hours. Oh no. Terrible. That's terrible. Okay, I'm having a hard time with this pose. We're gonna come back to that in a second because I'm getting frustrated. We're gonna work on his face for a bit. I'm gonna say there is a blob that should be an arm here because I can't yet figure out a good way to make that work. So we're gonna walk away for a minute because it's making me aggravated. No, I guess remarkably we did not lose power here except for very briefly. I guess it went out for a little while. Again, I wasn't here. I didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't. I just came home and was like, wow, a bunch of snow here. All right, we've got this headpiece with all its many, many layers of dreadlocked mane. You get all these little bits of crouching hunter waiting to leap. Yes, exactly. All right, we'll get some of this other stuff. Basically, I'm gonna work on everything other than this one hand that's making me mad right at the moment because what else am I gonna do? It's making me mad. That is a very skinny looking handle for that club staff thing. That's too skinny. It's too skinny. Gonna snap. Here, we're gonna work on some trees over here because again, I don't want to deal with that arm. I'm gonna have to, but I'm gonna put it off for as long as I can. Okay. Yay, trees. All right, I need to get a circle template so I can work on this, so I can make this moon here. Da, 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 da. Okay. Circle template. It's roughly the size of what I had sketched it. So we're gonna do whoop. And then, oh geez, I need to look at, I forget, like the moon phase at the end of the chapter is actually like a thing. So I gotta make sure I get it right or else I'll look like a real dummy. There we go. Okay. Hey, it's a moon. There we go. You wouldn't even remember what moon phase you drew in your own comic, even though you drew it like 4 years ago because it's taken forever to make this volume of this comic. All right, let's see. Trying to look at some pictures of people crouching. That's not helpful. Oh, that's maybe helpful. Oh, I think I might have found something mildly helpful on the internet. I do very much appreciate how many folks are willing to just pose themselves on the internet with very nice lighting, basically in their underwear to just like provide good reference for artists. Thanks. Thanks, guys. It is, I'm not even kidding. I appreciate it immensely. It's actually very helpful. No, it is. It is literally it. I can promise you it is actually because he's doing like a Spider-Man pose. Also, this guy happens to be like very fuzzy. This random guy whose reference I found, he fuzzy. Oh, I still don't like that. That's not helpful. Okay. Okay. I'm still not having good luck here. Aw, this guy is doing full on Gollum poses. This is fantastic. Fantastic. What a fantastic individual. Thanks, Gollum reference guy. That actually helped quite a bit. Okay. Okay, we got somewhere with that arm, and now we can finish up the rest of this figure, and that's going to pretty much take us to time because we're already in the last 10-ish minutes of the stream, and so I will do the YouTubes, the YouTube things. I'm going to remind you all that I'm Amanda Call. This is my YouTube channel. I do live streams of artwork on here. Very often it's comic pages. Today it is something comic adjacent in that it is the cover for the next volume of my collected comic Age of Night. I have all of the actual like internal comic pages for this volume done, and I have for a little while, and you can read them all on ageofnight.com, where I do updates pretty much every Wednesday. I just haven't finished turning this into a book because that involves a lot of extra steps beyond just, you know, drawing the comic pages. There's more to it than that. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm looking for my reference. I lost it. There we go. Yeah. So if you want to read my comic, it's all available on the website for free, although you can actually also help support me. You can buy copies of my comic various places on the internet. You can support me on Patreon, and that's patreon.com/Age of Night. Age of Night is spelled AGEOFNIGHT. That's the name of the website too, ageofnight.com. There we go. All right. I do these streams just about every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you would like to join me, you should subscribe and like the video and tell all your friends that it's awesome and you like watching me draw. And they should all buy my comic. Yeah. All right. That is going to do it for this evening. We finally have a fully penciled cover for my comic. look at that for volume 4 of Age of Night. This is what the cover is going to look like, sort of. So I'm going to scan this in, and then next week, so that if I screw up coloring it, I have a backup basically. So next week we will start working on the actual colored pencils of this cover. Start bringing it to life, and we'll see how many sessions of that we do, because it is a slow process doing colored pencil drawing, and I don't know how long y'all are gonna want to watch it. Oh God, my desk just moved. My desk just. I don't know how many sessions y'all are really realistically gonna want to watch, because it goes slow. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. So I will see you all next week. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.